G'day and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, locomotive enthusiasts around the world, to GeForce Gaming Australia, coming to you live and on replay from our studios in Sydney, Australia. I am the godfather of the rails, and welcome aboard to this week's episode of Saturday Night on the Rails. This is GeForce Gaming Australia live with Train Sim World 2, and now it's time for your host, the godfather. And welcome aboard, ladies and gentlemen, to this week's episode of Saturday Night on the Rails. This is our 29th episode here on this 14th of November 2020. And hello to you all. Hope you're all having a nice, great week. And it's been a huge week in gaming as we are now gone into the next generation of gaming with the new Xbox Series X and S and the PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 5 digital and the non-disc drive one. So yeah, we are the home of PlayStation 5 here on our channel, and we've been giving to you since launch some amazing gameplay, and unfortunately I haven't been doing as much as I would like to, but I've had a few other things I've had to do over the last day or two, so I do apologize in advance. But anyway, we're going to be taking a little time off the PlayStation 5 tonight to bring you our normal Saturday night programming of Train Sim World 2. 2 hours on the rails with the Godfather, and you can't go wrong. We're going to be kicking things off with a little bit of information that we haven't gave you guys in regards of a information update that we would normally do. So we're going to be giving you, showing a little bit of the wee-wee. We're going to France. Yes, first time in Train Sim World history. We're breaking the trend, ladies and gentlemen, from the British and American and Canadian. They've gone to Canada once, but the British, German, and US that they normally go to. We're going to France for the first time, and the fastest train of all time out of Train Sim World 1 and 2 is coming, ladies and gentlemen. And what a way to end 2020 with this amazing train, 320 kilometer LGV train, and it's not the one that I thought it was, and I've been showing you guys earlier when I showing you the roadmap here about a month ago or a few months ago. I was showing you the white and blue one of this particular train, and I thought it was going to be that, but as you can see here, they have apparently they've been talking to the development team about the first French route in Train Sim World 2 and Train Sim World in general. And before they get started, to let you know what you and both do here at Dovetail, and Jess is a senior artist, environmental artist that works for Dovetail Games. As you might not be aware, Dovetail Games since early here in 2020 have been working not in their main environment like they normally have been. They've been in individual areas working on new train routes and trains from Train Sim World 2020 and Train Sim World 2, and it's because of the pandemic of the coronavirus worldwide. So it's been affecting the game, and that's probably why you see a lot more bugs in Train Sim World 2 at this particular time, because they're not in their normal environment where they can just flip a switch very quickly. It does take time. But anyway, Matt is the dude that we see all the time, the bald-headed bloke you see in I call him the bald-headed bloke because, he's the main man. So him and Sam are the two guys that I like watching the most. But anyway, it says here, I am the senior producer, which Matt is the senior producer. He's the main man for Train Sim World, and he looks after the team. And he has he watches over the vision and stuff over the game. So. Anyway, we're not going to get into any of this BS talking and stuff about this. There's going to be some new stuff in this train route that has never been done before. As you can see, they've been looking at photos from Google Earth regarding the train line. You can see the train line running through one of the areas in France here. And there you can see an amazing photo of it just there. I can't click into it for some reason. It's not clicking in like it normally would. But anyway, you can see just absolute guns like down the strip there, 320 kilometers. By the time you get down there, it'll probably take you like 2 seconds. So anyway, you got some beautiful, looks like a French Riviera type area there, and it is going to look absolutely stunning. So there we see inside one of the train, or the fast train. I'm not sure if there's going to be more than one train, but hopefully there will be. But we see here the close look at the TGV duplex. So yeah, it's going to be awesome. So LGV is like a TGV, and this is I cannot wait for this. But anyway, let's get out of that. That was just a quick flipper there for us to kick things here off tonight, ladies and gentlemen. But we're going to kick things off even more now in style, ladies and gentlemen, as we take a trip now on the Great Western Express British Railway, ladies and gentlemen. And we're going to take a train here with the Class 166 GWG. And we're going to do this on a nice, beautiful summer day in Britain. And we're going to go from, let me just get one up here. Should be, there we go, 8:25 Greenford to London Paddington. I hope you enjoy. And there is this week's photo winner, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations to that person's name there. It's a bit hard to pronounce. But anyway, enjoy. Alright, so 8:25 AM service, 2G07 Greenford to London Paddington, and it's starting from West Earling to London Paddington with the Class 166 GWG, 128 tonnes in total, and a 68.2 metre train. Enjoy. Just a reminder, ladies and gentlemen, that if you can't watch us live, there will be a replay of tonight's 29th episode of Saturday Night on the Rails Train Sim World 2 action on our dedicated Train Sim World 2 playlist at first, and should be up on the rest of our YouTube channel around half an hour after it first appears on the playlist area. And don't forget, it will not be this week's feature for the 24-hour period, as we have PlayStation 5 now, and our gameplays of games on PlayStation 5 are our features at this current time. So we're at main natural line at the moment. We're going to be closing the doors here and heading off. And there they go, closing up there. So just also another reminder, ladies and gentlemen, that tonight's episode is in 1080p HD at 60 frames per second, and don't forget our uploaded videos on NBA 2K21 that you'll be seeing up on our channel will have no sound as normal, as 2K blocks the sound, and also that the you might see some of our video, well, all of our gameplay videos from our uploaded videos from PlayStation 5 up on our channel from now on, be at 360p first, and within 24 hours they should be fixed to pure 4K. So you'll see it at 360p first, and then later on you'll see it at 1080p HD, 60 frames per second, and then it will be corrected again after that at a later time at 4K. Because the reason why I say that is because I uploaded a video of NBA 2K, I think it was not yesterday, the day before, on launch day, and then it was at 1080p yesterday, and then I checked it again today and it was in 4K. So just allow that 24-hour period, sort of, that's the best time frame I can probably give you guys, and it should be corrected within that period to 4K. So the reason why it is in 4K is because I'm doing it through the Share Factory on the PlayStation, and it has the ability now to give us 4K games, so you get to see that quality still with the next gen console. So yeah, if you watch our UCLA video of the when we win the college league in my career, you'll notice that it's in 4K. And you'll see that it looks really, really nice. You might not see ray tracing depending on your device. But I can tell you guys, it looks absolutely stunning on the TV I'm using. At this particular time, I got my nephew on the other side of the room. He's playing NBA 2K21 on the PS5, and he's currently playing at the Spurs, the Celtic Mega Spurs, and he's using my character TJ Jordan, and he's represents the mighty Los Angeles Lakers. Alright, so we're coming into London Paddington, in the 1.8 kilometres away. So I did say to you guys, just because we've got a PlayStation 5 now doesn't mean we're not going to, come back and do our Train Sim World 2 action. Don't fear, we're always going to be here for the Train Sim World game. Because, yeah, it's one of our mainstays and I absolutely love the game. I'm really looking forward to seeing, doing the new French train. That's going to be absolutely awesome because this is groundbreaking. Because we're finally breaking the trend in the game at long last. And also we're going to be breaking the trend because we're going to have a train that's 70 kilometers faster than the high speed limit that we can currently go with the Center Striker Colin line. AKA Cologne. Alright, so we're coming into London Paddington now. Looking at the other side of the room for a second, and my nephew's absolutely kicking ass at 18.8 Sacramento, getting flogged. Alright, we're at London Paddington. The above ground of it now because it has, we do have the underground, London Underground with the Bakerloo line, and it goes to Paddington, or it goes through Paddington. So obviously when the French train route releases in a few weeks' time, well, we're hoping it's a few weeks' time. I'll probably say to you guys it'll probably be the start of December. So we'll give you the gameplay like normal. And there we go with our first run tonight, ladies and gentlemen, with the Class 166 on the Great Western Express, and also a gold medal like normal. Can't go wrong with that one. Always do very well. You're on Saturday Night on the Rails, episode 29 with The Godfather, and hello to you all. There's a photo from the West Somerset Railway, another British awesome railway, and as you know, it's around an hour and 20 minutes to get from Leeds to Manchester, Victoria, or vice versa. Alright. Let's get into the gameplay of our next one, shall we? And we're going to be hitting the... oh, we might do... oh, no. Right. Rapid Transit. That's where we're going to go, ladies and gentlemen, because this is a feature for tonight. The Rapid Transit. And this is the featured train on the Rapid Transit, ladies and gentlemen. So we're going to do this one, and yeah, we're going to hit the rails now with this one. So this is tonight's featured train line on our 29th episode. It is our cover, and yeah, you would have seen it if you seen it at the start on the starting soon screen. Then yeah, that's the cover for this week's episode, and we will start this one right now. You're on Saturday Night on the Rails, episode 29, featuring Rapid Transit here tonight as our main feature. Just to let you guys know as well, folks, that this could be our final run for tonight as well, because this does take usually around an hour and a half to complete. So if it's the big run like I think it is, let me just double check that first. Let me just have a look at the schedule and see what's, yeah, it's the big run. It's the big run, the Dulcin HBF, so I want to that's where we're actually going to, the Dulcin HBF. So let's put that up on there. Hopefully I said that right. It's probably my Dosu HBF. Sorry, my German very Aussie, yeah. Anyway, enjoy. So I did say to you guys that we would be pre-recording this week's episode of Saturday Night on the Rails, but we changed our mind. We actually did say earlier today on Twitter that we were going to actually cancel this week's episode, but I thought I decided to do it. The reason why I said I cancel it is I was going to go on a fishing trip with my mates this afternoon, but like into this evening and stuff. But I decided not to do that. So we changed our plans, and I thought, all right, well, I'll decide to do the train sim well then. I'll do it live. So I like to be committed with you guys as much as I can throughout the board on our gameplay. We're not going to see so much PlayStation 4 now. We will with GTA though, but as far as everything else is gone, we've moved games from PlayStation 4 to PS5, and we're going to bring you some WRC 9 action still as well. And I haven't downloaded Sackboy yet. It's because and I haven't actually done Call of Duty on our channel yet as well, because there's been some that game's been doing some plaguing stuff as well. My Assassin's Creed actually has been doing it as well on the PlayStation 4, where I was stuck on the loading screen, so I've had to re-download that to see if it'll fix that. If not, I will just wait for an update for that as well. Yeah, it's just funny how, I've done 2 hours of gameplay and I only played it once, done 2 hours of gameplay, and I come back and it's just done that, so I don't know what's going on. We shot the cannon a little bit there. $4.99, it's not bad. Not a bad price for $4.99 out of 500, so that's alright. Alright. So yeah, we're doing a big run here. This train line's got a lot of train stops, and so we'll be on here for a bit. This is our featured train run for this week. We've got a massive 30th episode coming up next week, ladies and gentlemen, which will be known as Saturday Night on the Rails episode XXX. Next week, ladies and gentlemen, XXX next week means we'll be on for 3 hours. Special live stream next week, starting at a special time at 8 p.m. next week, ladies and gentlemen, half an hour earlier than normal. We'll be on the rails for 3 hours next Saturday night for episode 30 of Saturday Night on the Rails, which will be known as episode XXX. I don't know if that's a bug or not, but sometimes it does that, and it's the electric brake that's actually not going to the normal spot, so... Connie Witz is our next stop. few stations away, or just a couple stations away to the underground. And we get the maximum points. Alright, so I'm going to be here for a second, folks, as I just need to use the restroom real quickly, so we will stay here for a second. Actually, I'll just pause it. We'll be back in a second. Okay, folks, I do apologise for that little delay in proceedings, but when nature calls, nature calls. Alright, so let's get to it, shall we? We're hoping to get into another run, actually, before this one, but we'll soon find out. Even if it's a real quick one. So if you guys are itching for more PlayStation 5 gameplay, don't fear, we've got you covered here. We will be throwing on some more gameplay. I have done some couple videos. I haven't gone into editing yet, but got Dirt 5, another Dirt 5 editing one to edit to throw it into 4K. So don't fear, there will be more gameplay coming. It's just at first you'll see them in 360p, like I explained earlier, or if you joined us late, you'll see it in 360p, and then later on you'll see it into 1080p HD, 60 frames per second, and then it'll recorrect itself within 24 hours after that to 4K. So it takes around a day to process. It's just something YouTube is doing. We've got no control on it. It's a YouTube thing. So you gotta understand, being like 4K, it would be like a huge file. So I'm just actually grateful that we can actually give you guys 4K gaming finally here on our channel. So we are going to be doing PC live streaming. Well, we're hoping to in a higher graphic in 2021 when we get our new PC around. I'm hoping to get it around about March, April. Things can always change, so I do understand that, you know, like you never know what happens around the corner. I think we learned that one very well here in 2020, folks. Proving that we need to all stick together. Okay. So this is the last stage before we hit the tunnel part. Bear with me for a second. Fucking cockroaches. Fucking pricks every fucking summer. Alright. Every time it gets summer here in Australia, fucking hell, cockroaches all over the place, bros. Welcome to Australia, folks. Alright, we hope you're enjoying our feature presentation tonight of Train Sim World 2. This is Saturday Night on the Rails with the Godfather, and this is our 29th episode. This is our feature presentation tonight of Rapid Transit. Because it's such a long run, this could be our last run. We've already done Great Western Express, so... Alright. Bring the train into a stop here. At the second station in the underground part of this amazing track. Okay, we're coming out of the tunnels now, back into the above ground. This is Train Sim World 2, live and on replay from our studios in Sydney, Australia. I am the Godfather, and this is our normal Saturday night Train Sim World 2 gameplay programming. And just another friendly reminder that next week's Saturday Night on the Rails will be on at a half an hour earlier time than normal, as we're going to be doing a special 3-hour episode to celebrate our 30th Saturday Night on the Rails here at GeForce Gaming Australia, which is going to be known as Saturday Night on the Rails episode XXX. Okay folks, just another also friendly reminder for you guys that if you're a fan of American Truck Simulator, we have our first gameplay of the brand new Colorado map on our YouTube channel now, as we've done a trip from Salt Lake City to Colorado with our Kangaroo Express Kenworth truck, and we had it with a Jack Daniels trailer. So we delivered these nuts to to Denver in Colorado. So that's no joke. We actually delivered the nuts, some nuts to Denver, Colorado, and it was an absolutely awesome trip. Oh, it's so beautiful. We got the river along the side with the big mountains, and it's really, really awesome detail. And if you're a fan of trucks and Kenworth trucks, and like me, I absolutely love my Kenworths, then yeah, check that out. We've got a dedicated playlist for that game as well, folks. So we can do a lot of simulation here on our channel, not just Train Sim World 2. Well, Train Sim World 2 is our #1 hardcore game. Microsoft Flight Simulator, another big one we do. So yeah, I've sort of not done as much on Microsoft Flight Simulator at the moment, because I'm sort of like concentrating obviously on other stuff, but we will go back to that eventually as well. So like I've said to you guys many times before, like other games, we come back to games if they're worth going back to, and then, Microsoft Flight Simulator is obviously one of our keys. Don't forget, we will be doing the Rails Sim. I think it's Rails Sim, the new train game coming next year. Another new train game coming. So yeah, we're going to be doing that also on our channel next year. We're really looking forward to doing that. It'll be look, it's looking pretty nice. People are asking if that's going to get a console actually, and well, I wouldn't say it would be ruled out. Like, I don't know. I wouldn't rule it out because they haven't announced it for console, but never say never. So yeah, Train Sim was going to have a bit of competition, or dovetail actually, trying to train sim, because they do train simulators still, and yeah, there's going to be a bit of competition there. So it's good to see. Good to see more train games in the game, in the gaming world. So you know, more fun. I've seen how they're going to have signal drivers and stuff like that. How I've been saying about that as well, and the guys that whistle and throw flags out at stations and that. And I've seen that all that's going to be in it, and that's sort of the stuff that I've been asking for Train Sim World to put into the game for a while, and still hasn't been done. They obviously started doing destination boards at the stations and stuff. That was one of the things I've also been asking for. So that's finally starting to get done. But yeah, still little areas that I like to see added to the game. Obviously, I want to see a whole redesign of the AI system. Okay, we're coming into Messy. One of the nice stations along this train route here.
Bitte achten Sie darauf, persönliche Gegenstände nicht zurückzulassen.
Okay, we're coming into another station now. Just a friendly reminder, ladies and gentlemen, that GeForce Gaming Australia is the home of Train Sim World 2, and you can check out our other previous episodes of Saturday Night on the Rails on our 2 dedicated playlists for Train Sim World's history. Train Sim World 2020 brings to you over 380 amazing videos of replay live streams, timetables, scenarios, introductions, our announcements, which were the information updates for back in the days, and much more. You can't go wrong. Our original episodes of Saturday Night on the Rails, our first lot of episodes, are up on the dedicated playlist for Train Sim World 2020, and our other episodes, when we moved over to Train Sim World 2 from launch, are up on our dedicated Train Sim World 2 playlist area as well. And the same goes with that, with replay live streams, scenarios, timetables, introductions, information updates, you name it, we've got it all on our dedicated Train Sim World 2 playlist as well. So you can check out also tonight's episode up on that dedicated playlist here after we finish our live stream. It will be edited. We'll edit the description and everything, put our hashtags in and everything, and the date obviously, and we'll throw it up on the dedicated playlist area, and it will be on there. And you can navigate through that and make it easier for you guys to something you might want to see, like introductions that can help you along your way of if you're new or old on Train Sim World. So we're always here to help you with those. And best way to know when we are live also, folks, is to follow GeForce Gaming Australia at Twitter. We also have a dedicated Facebook page as well, folks, and we do link our videos to Facebook and Twitter, so it is also a great source to follow our wonderful YouTube channel, which we're now going into new uncharted territories with the next gen of console gaming. And like I explained to you guys earlier, we're doing 4K gaming on the uploaded videos on PlayStation 5 now, so you'll see eventually within 24 hours 4K up on the screen, depending on your device that you're watching on as well, folks. You might not see 4K. It just depends on what you actually are viewing the replay of, like our uploaded video. Like if you're watching it on a phone, you might not see it on 4K, obviously, but so do understand that as well. So it does depend on what you're viewing it on. But what happens is they process it to 360 at first, so that's standard definition, and then the high definition gets completed, and then that's 1080p HD, and then it starts doing the 4K definition. And YouTube takes a while for that to upload to our channel. I did notice. So I do allow a 24-hour time period for it to show up. So if you don't see it in 4K, then it's either your device or you will see in brackets that it, with the videos that I will upload that are going to be 4K, I will put in brackets still. I'll put soon in 4K, and then as soon as I see it in 4K, I will change that bracket and write in 4K. So that's the difference that you'll see. So when it says in 4K, that means it will be that the video is now officially in 4K. Bitterfield, our next stop, ladies and gentlemen, along our rail here on the Rapid Transit, our featured train line for this week's episode of Saturday Night on the Rails. We've got a big show planned next week for Train Sim World Saturday Night on the Rails, our 30th episode, and yeah, it's going to be really awesome. So yeah, we might have the heavy haul pack next week. I'm not sure when it's getting released, but probably would not be surprised if it's at the end of next week, but soon find out. I say if it does get released next week, then I think we could see 2 weeks after that, maybe this new French train route getting released. Because I say they'll get released the first week of December. So that'll be a year since East Coastway. Because East Coastway got released, I think it was early December in 2019, so which is still one of the all-time great train lines in the game, folks. It's actually adding a train to the East Coastway in 2021 as well, folks, so something else to look forward to. Okay, here's the station that is featured on our cover, ladies and gentlemen, for this week's episode. This is Jeb Nitz. Okay, so we are coming into our final stop on this run. So what we're going to do is we're going to do one quick last run, ladies and gentlemen, after this on the Hemstrucker Nosberg. And that'll end proceedings for this week's episode of Saturday Night on the Rails. And don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, next week's episode is our 30th. And it'll be known as Triple X. So Saturday Night on the Rails Triple X, will be next week here on our YouTube channel next Saturday. And we'll give you the times here very shortly. We will discuss this week's schedule for Train Sim World gameplay. We're not actually going the whole train route. I thought we were, but we're not. We're actually only going to here. Alright. Well, that works out alright. Oh, it was a decent long trip anyway. Can't complain, it was fun. All right. $4.99. Hello. So we are playing Train Sim World 2 on PC, folks, and don't forget that GeForce Gaming Australia is now home to the PlayStation 5 also. And when you see live streaming for PlayStation 5, it will be in 1080p HD 60 frames per second. When you see uploaded videos, some are in 1080p. Well, our first ones were in 1080p, but that's before I actually discovered that I can actually edit the gameplay on with Share Factory and do them on 4K. So that's what we're doing now. So yeah, we're doing 4K uploaded videos for it. So they will take a fair while though for them to show in 4K. And it does depend on your device that you're watching our channel on. Alright, so there we go with our 1 hour 24 minute run. So yeah, it was around an hour and a half. I did say that before, so very nicely done. Alright, so we'll take a real quick last run here on the rails for you guys here on our channel. And we will be going to the Hemstrucker Nosberg. And we'll take the 423. A bit of winter snow. So let's do this one now, and this will end our proceedings for us here tonight. Well, we say tonight because it is night time where we're coming to you from our studios in Sydney, Australia. It might not be where you are, so hello to you if it's a Saturday. But this is our normal show that we are doing for Train Sim World 2, which is every Saturday evening from here from Sydney, Australia. And yeah, we might have a PS5, but we still give you Train Sim World 2 action, so don't fear. Alright, so enjoy our final run for this week's episode. And don't forget, we will give you the schedule for the next week here on our channel after this run. All right, there we go with our final run for this week's episode of Saturday Night on the Rails, and this has been our 29th episode. So, just before we go, folks, we're going to give you this week's schedule. Okay, got the paper here. All right. So, this week's episode, ladies and gentlemen, is done and dusted. Thank you for watching, and we will now give you information regarding our schedule for the next week here at GeForce Gaming Australia. So, our next live stream for Train Sim World 2 will be on this Tuesday evening, ladies and gentlemen, and we will be on for another episode of Choo Choo Tuesdays with the Godfather of Train Sim World 2 gameplay, and we'll be on from 9 p.m. Sydney, Melbourne, Hobart, Canberra, 8:30 p.m. Adelaide, 7:30 Darwin, 8 p.m. Queensland, 6 p.m. Western Australia, Perth, 10 a.m. London, 11 a.m. Germany, 1 a.m. Los Angeles, and 2 a.m. Los Angeles, and 5 a.m. For New York City. That's this Tuesday coming for Choo Choo Tuesdays with the Godfather Train Sim World 2 here at GeForce Gaming Australia. On Wednesday, ladies and gentlemen, we will be here for another episode of Midweek World of Trains with our 12th episode, I do believe, this week. And this week's episode will be on from 9 p.m. Sydney, Melbourne, Canberra, Hobart, 8:30 p.m. Adelaide, 7:30 p.m. Darwin, 8 p.m. Queensland, 6 p.m. Western Australia, Perth, 10 a.m. London, 11 a.m. Germany, 2 a.m. Los Angeles, and 5 a.m. New York. That's this Wednesday coming for Midweek World of Trains, Train Sim World 2 gameplay here at GeForce Gaming Australia. And next Saturday night, ladies and gentlemen, is the big one. We're going to be here bringing you our Triple X episode, ladies and gentlemen, of Saturday Night on the Rails, episode 30, ladies and gentlemen, aka Triple X. And we're going to be on at the special time at 8 p.m. Sydney, Melbourne, Canberra, Hobart, 7:30 p.m. Adelaide, 6:30 p.m. Northern Territory, Darwin, 5 p.m. Western Australia, 7 p.m. Queensland. We're going to be on at 9 a.m. London and 10 a.m. Germany, 5 a.m. New York, and 2 a.m. Los Angeles, ladies and gentlemen. I do believe, might be 4:30. Sorry, I do apologize. 4 a.m. New York, and 1 a.m. in 1:30 New York. Yeah, that's right. Sorry, it is 1. And so 1 a.m. New York, LA, and that. But anyway, work it out. We will be on, ladies and gentlemen, for Saturday Night on the Rails next week for our 30th episode, and I'm absolutely buggered, so that's probably why I'm losing count. Anyway, I do apologize to my American viewers. Anyway, like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, and follow us, at Twitter. And you can't go wrong, ladies and gentlemen. Our channel is got our huge dedicated playlist for Train Sim World 2, and as I did explain to you guys earlier in the show, we had over 380 videos on the Train Sim World 2020 playlist from our time playing on PlayStation 4 and PC, and the same here it goes with Train Sim World 2. We play on PC, we play on PS4. We're no longer playing on PS4 though. We've got the PS5 now, so you'll be mainly seeing our gameplay on PS4. On PC. I do apologise. So we've been playing on PC tonight. The game is more solid on PC, regards to the graphics, but it's got bugs all over the shop. Like, I can't tell you the amount of bugs this game has got. It's just absolutely haywire at the moment. And yeah, hopefully it gets all optimized and fixed up soon. But they gradually work on it, and they've already talked about improvements and stuff anyway. You're going to see another Isle of Wight patch coming soon as well, folks. So don't fear, we'll be out within the next month, I should say. So just hang on to your horses. The game will get better. All right, so that is it. Done and dusted. My name is The Godfather, and say hello to your mum for me. We'll see you next week for Saturday Night on the Rails. And don't forget, we'll be back with Train Sim World 2 next on our channel on Tuesday evening. It is bye-bye for now. Hooroo.